Good morning, Wildcats. It is a cold and flurry-ish morning, and not the good McFlurry like the ice cream at McDonald's, which is usually broken, but it's cold outside. All right. So today, don't forget today we start up our selling our dance tickets at lunch for $5. You pre-sale only, and you're buying for yourself, and you're putting the names down of people who, if you're like, oh, I'm going to buy this ticket for this person, put their names down because some of you are not everybody can go to the dance. We've actually talked to a few people already about that. But if you get in trouble this week, go to ISS for something that you did this week. We're not going to the dance on Friday, but you will have to pre-purchase. We're not going to selling tickets at the Friday dance. We're not selling those tickets then. So make sure you get your tickets during lunches the next couple days, or else we're not selling them that night. All right, let's get to our announcement. All right, today is Tuesday, November 28th, 2023, and these are your morning announcements. Westside Middle School is an avid school-wide side distinction. The mission of Westside Middle School is to reveal the genius of each Wildcat through a culture of joy, respect, and excellence. We believe every person deserves to be seen, affirmed, and to grow. Make sure we're Wildcat ready, everyone. Our lanyards and IDs are around our necks. Minors and student organizers are with us. Backpacks, fanny packs, and purses are in our lockers. Hats, sunglasses, and hoods are off. AirPods and phones are in our lockers, and blankets stay at home. Today is a white day with advisory, so it means we have advisory. Then block 6, 7 is lunch period, 8, 9, and 10. Don't forget to go to honoredschools.org and recognize your teacher. We'll have a teacher here recognizing just a little bit, but honoredschools.org. We made our Fall into Reading Challenge. It goes all the way through December the 15th. The grade level with the most minutes read will have ice cream at lunch on the last week before winter break. Don't forget to log those minutes in Beanstack. Ask your ELA teacher, English teacher, or advisory teacher how to do that. All right, again, West Lane Winter Dance is Friday, December the 1st, 7 to 8:30. $5 tickets sold at lunch Tuesday today through Friday. All right, Wildcat focus for this week and always forever is writing in your student organizer every class and being on time to every class. All right, let's make sure we clean up West Lane. Make sure we clean up our messes in the hallways, in the cafeterias, in the classrooms, and restrooms. This is why we don't remove food from the cafeteria, because we spill that juice in the hallway. Can't have that, and that makes a mess. Also, make sure we're washing our hands for at least 20 seconds, and help prevent the spread of germs by coughing into your sleeve or sneezing into your sleeve. All right, our Honor Schools honoree today is Mr. Vaughn from Matthew Noel. He makes gym class fun, and we do lots of different games. I get excited to go to class when I know we are going to play fun games like dodgeball or badminton. He pushes everyone to do their best ever. Nice job, Mr. Vaughn, and thank you, Matthew, for honoring Mr. Vaughn. All right, tutoring opportunities for the week. I know that Miss McGee did move hers to today, so we have Teacher Salmon with their classes, Miss Nemeth with grade 6 English, and then we also have Miss McGee 8th grade ELA today. I know she's going to go over TPAC with a lot of her kids. Tomorrow's Teacher Salmon and Ms. Lopez. And then again, as also on Thursday for tutoring. All right, NWA comes up next week. Math will be taking theirs December 4th through the 8th. Reading will be taking theirs December 11th through the 19th. Nope, that date is wrong. The 15th, sorry, the 15th, 11th through the 15th. And so that's our NWA scores and our tests. I want to talk today about the 4 quadrants everybody's test gets into. So the first one up here is high achievement, high growth. That means you met your growth goal and you scored above 40th percentile. All right, so the 40th percentile is the achievement percentile. Let's make maybe 50 on here, but it's 40. So that's right here, the high achievement, high growth. These kids do excellent. Then we have low achievement, high growth. That means you're below a 40 percentile, but you showed high growth. These are also kids who do excellent here at West Lane. Then we have high achievement, low growth. That means you didn't quite meet your growth goal, but here's the problem. Some of you are already at the 99th percentile, and it's hard to grow to the 100th percentile. And so you might be flat or stay the same. That's still, you're doing an excellent job of being over the 40th percentile. If you're above the 70 to the 80 percentile, we still want you to try to get growth, but we know that sometimes it's not as possible, because if you get 1 or 2 questions wrong, that already throws you down. But we still want to be over here. What we don't want to be is right here. Where we don't want to be is right here. So we're below a 40th percentile, which is fine. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Some people are not good at taking tests, or that's their best achievement is a certain percentile down here. We do not, though, want you to be a low growth as well. We don't want any students in this pink area here. This is called low achievement and low growth. That means we're not only are we below proficiency, but we're also then not growing. And we know to grow, each of us has to get at least 3 to 4 RIT points higher than what we did last time. Because remember, there are 2 parts to a score. It's RIT and percentile. RIT is the score that you get. Percentile is where you are and comparing with the other grade levels students throughout the world. And we know that from our previous learning that a 220 in the fall is not the same as a 220 in the winter. And we only take, this is the last NWEA test we are taking. All right, this is the last NWEA test we are taking this year. All right, we're no longer taking a spring test. They removed that from everybody's testing window because you guys don't want you to focus on iLearn in the spring. So NWEA, this winter test is the last test we're taking in order to do NWEA. So you won't have a spring test to say, oh, I'll do better on that. So we want you to make sure that to make sure that you're doing the best you can on this test. I also want to say, so if you end up in this quadrant here, the orange, green, or yellow quadrant, you will be eligible to come to our growth and proficiency party and get treats after the testing window. That'll be that next week. All right, so we'll have growth, we'll have a GNP party with some music, and we'll have some treats and snacks for you all. And that's for both ELA and math. So if you hit both of these for ELA and math, you get another special treat. If you hit just one or the other, that's also cool. But we want to make sure that you are in one of these 3 quadrants. What do we not want to be? This one right here, where it's low achievement and low growth. If we're not quite proficient, which again, we're all working toward proficiency, we want to make sure we at least stay the same or go get better. So again, so if we're to this is maybe like a 210 right here. We want to make sure that we get to a 213 to keep our proficiency. That'll push us back up to here. All right, that'll push you into this. All right, so we want to make sure that we stay out of this one right here. So we'll make sure we do our absolute best. We want to make sure we get really focus on doing a good job on our tests for that. And that's NWEA. That's next week, starting with math, and then the week after for English. Meeting your growth goal, again, which is usually 3 RIT points, keeps you at the same percentile. To go up in percentile, you need to grow more than your expected growth. And we all talked about that prior to our parent conferences. So we need to make sure that we continue to grow and work hard and focus on our NWEA test next week. Don't forget to keep our hands to ourselves with 0 play fighting, 0 shadow boxing, 0 2 for flinching, and no neck slapping. Make sure our pass protocol, each student gets an average of 1 pass a week, and we don't want anybody out in the first 20 minutes or last 20 minutes of class, because those are very important minutes in the class. Cafeteria, stay in your seat, have your ID. The bell does not dismiss you from class, your teacher does. And all food should be eaten in the cafetorium. No food should be eaten outside the cafetorium. And we should not be bringing breakfast food out of the cafetorium, especially juices, because you guys are spilling those or leaving those, and that's not okay. That's just not what we do here at Westlane. You need to make sure that trash gets thrown away in the cafetorium. Breakfast students, you must report directly to the cafetorium off the bus to get breakfast. And don't forget our motto, say it with me, Cada Wildcat, cada dia mejora, which means every Wildcat, every day, gets better. All right, let's get better day, Wildcats. We will see you throughout the building. And don't forget, we are selling dance tickets here during lunch.